Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today, gonna do the preview, Saturday preview, December 4th, for the Devin Haney versus JoJo Diaz WBC lightweight title fight and card that's taking place that day on DAZN. West Coast time, fight's probably gonna start, the whole card probably gonna start around 5 o'clock. So we're going to discuss the undercard, but as a bonus, I'm going to throw in a fight that I don't think is going to be made available for American television, which is sad. The rematch at light heavyweight between Anthony Yarde and Lyndon Arthur, as they collide in what essentially could be a WBO final eliminator in the rematch, because the winner is due, looks like they're in line to fight the winner of Joe Smith Jr. and Callum Johnson, who are colliding for the WBO title on January 15th, I believe. So this is a big matchup right here with these guys, which is why I'm surprised ESPN's not picking up the fight. But be that as it may, if ESPN doesn't pick up the fight, or even if they do, I just want to give my prediction again. Also, I have the breakdown video on this fight if you guys want to go back and check out my breakdown video just to see what my prediction was and everything, and the full breakdown and why I believe what I believe. But I'll give it again. I'm picking Anthony Yarde to get Lyndon Arthur out of there in the middle to later rounds in the rematch. I think he's coming in not overlooking Lyndon Arthur this time, and I think he's ready to bring it, and that both guys have knockout wins since their first fight last December, when Arthur got a split decision over Yarde. And again, I just think Yarde's not going to be overlooking Arthur this time, and he's coming in ready to go, and I think he's going to get him out of there and get back on track for another world title shot. But, you know, Arthur, he won the first time. He's coming in confident, so it should be pretty solid matchup if we get to see it at all. And hopefully ESPN or DAZN will pick up the fight last minute. But let's get to the Haney and Joseph Diaz undercard. There's a couple fights worth talking about on the undercard. Montana Love, undefeated, 140-pound, that's junior welterweight contender, coming off of his career best win and upset of former champion Ivan Baranchyk, who last year fought in the fight of the year against Jose Cepeda. So Montana Love beating Baranchyk was impressive. An impressive win. I believe that took place in August, I want to say, or earlier this year. He stopped him. And, you know, I was surprised by that. Montana Love's a talented fighter, but I did not think he could handle the experience of Ivan Baranchyk. And hey, maybe Baranchyk was suffering some of the woes and the effects of the fight of the year last year, in which he lost that fight and got knocked out against Jose Cepeda. But whatever, Montana Love got a 7th round stoppage in that fight and is now, you know, pushing forward. So that was a big win. His opponent is veteran Carlos Diaz, 29-1, and his only defeat came at the hands of Jose Cepeda, the former 2-time world title challenger and current top contender at 140 right now. So Diaz has been in the ring with, you know, with a solid fighter as well, like Montana Love, and you know, that's the only defeat. It was a 5th round knockout loss. So he's trying to make an impression himself. He's got a good load of fights under his belt to prove that he's a valid opponent here for Montana Love. So Montana Love shouldn't just overlook him, and I don't think he will. I think excuse me, I think Montana Love's going to break down Carlos Diaz and outbox him, outwork him, and then stop him in the middle of the later rounds and keep pushing forward with his undefeated record and what could potentially end up being a title shot next year. And Montana Love could end up in my top 10. You know, he really could at 140. I got to do all my top 10s before the end of this month, so he could end up in my year-end top 10 following that win over Baranchyk. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I got Montana Love winning that fight. Now the co-feature sees undefeated heavyweight on the rise, Filip Hrgović, back in action. I forgot his opponent's name. He's taking on some nobody heavyweight. I think Hrgović is going to get an impressive knockout win and keep pushing forward. He's 13-0 with 11 knockouts. Very, very valid heavyweight on the rise right here. Do not sleep on Filip Hrgović. He's very solid. I think he's going to, like I said, I think he's going to get a knockout. This is a guy that has been avoided at heavyweight. You know, Michael Hunter had a chance to fight Hrgović in a final eliminator for the IBF, and he backed out of that. You know, so, and has not fought anybody else credible, so it's a full-on duck job. This guy is a very, very solid heavyweight. He's 29. He's from Croatia. He's talented. You're going to want to see him fight. Check him out on the undercard. He should get a nice knockout win and remain undefeated and hopefully push towards, you know, some kind of an eliminator or even potentially a title shot in 2022. And now the main event. Joseph Diaz challenges Devin Haney for the WBC Lightweight Championship of the World. This is a fight of two top 10 lightweights that are pretty much, you know, Devin Haney, I got him in the top 5 at lightweight right now. It's close. He's right around top 5, I think he top 5, top 6. And Jojo Diaz broke in his last fight with his debut at 135, defeating the former junior lightweight champion Javier Fortuna. So, you know, this is a good matchup right here. It really is. I'm really looking forward to it. I think Joseph Diaz and Devin Haney, you know, are coming in both very hungry, and they're both coming in off of very good wins in their recent fight. You know, you can argue that Diaz's win over Fortuna was the best of his career, and it definitely was Devin Haney's best win over Jorge Linares when he beat him back in May. So they're both coming in very hungry, trying to make their impression, and there's a lot at stake because it's not just the WBC lightweight title, but the winner of this fight could potentially fight the new unified or undisputed champion, George Kambosos Jr., who just upset Teofimo Lopez. They asked him what he wanted to do next, you know, after he invited Lopez to come down to Australia and fight, of course. So I don't want to ignore that. But there's no rematch clause in the contract, and he said that he would like to fight the winner of Haney and Joseph Diaz. And, you know, especially if Haney wins, who's the favorite, that's a big deal because the 4 belts are controlled by Eddie Hearn at lightweight. So he can make an undisputed title fight between Kambosos and Devin Haney, and that would be huge. So a lot at stake for the winner of this fight between Haney and Joseph Diaz. But stylistically and the matchup, I'm picking Devin Haney to win this fight. Go back and look at my breakdown video on this fight. You know, I fully broke it down and, you know, discussed why I think Haney's going to win. But I just think Haney, talent-wise and size-wise, he's just got every advantage here. I think Joseph Diaz is good. He's a good fighter, and he can get in there and mix it up. He's not just that prototypical Mexican fighter. He's a good boxer-puncher, southpaw. But I just think size-wise and speed-wise, he's outgunned in this one. And I think Devin Haney, and I don't think he poses a threat to hurt Devin Haney, which is something that Jorge Linares did in the last fight. And that was really the only thing that that almost beat Devin Haney in that fight. So I think Devin Haney's coming in hungry. I think he's going to beat Jojo Diaz. I think it's a decision. It goes to the scorecards, but I think Haney gets a unanimous decision. You never know. He could hurt him and stop him. You know, and Joseph Diaz, don't count him out. He's a very live underdog. And again, it's a very heated rivalry here. But I'm going with Devin Haney with the victory, as he will retain his lightweight championship and push forward towards 2022 and possibly an undisputed title fight with George Kambosos Jr. So don't miss out. Devin Haney, Joseph Diaz on DAZN. Saturday, December 4th. Should be like I said, West Coast time. You're looking around 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the evening. The whole card to start. The undercard's decent. You don't want to miss that. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.